Hey everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's pick a card is a message from your heart. So we are going to connect into the heart space and see what message it has for you. And as always on this channel, Spirit completely guides us for a customization of each and every pile. So no two piles are alike. Spirit is the one in charge from beginning, picking each pile and the decks for them straight through the readings. So with that being said, we'll get right to it, and I will give you some time to meditate on your cards, and I will see you in your pile. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading today. Message from your heart space. We are just going to clear the space before we begin. I'm just going to clear it of any old, negative, or unwanted energy, inviting in only the highest beings and energy of light and love to give us clear, concise, and accurate messages today for the highest good of all of those watching and for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so be it. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck myself in here, comfortable. Okay, so let us begin with your deck. So, from the hearts of pile one, what would you like to tell them? What message do you have for them? Okay, we have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Fool. I feel like your heart is coming through and it's feeling really at peace. Maybe it's feeling a new sense of peace, that maybe this is like new for you to feel so rested or relaxed, but your heart is coming through saying like, I feel at peace. I just feel rested. I really enjoy when you take baths and meditate and connect. Okay, connect with source energy and really connect with that divine love and allow it to come in. And this Four of Swords can talk about like resting the mind. And so when we rest the mind, I feel like your heart space is really able to open up, feel safe, and it's able to connect with the higher realms easier. So yeah, these petals, and she definitely looks like she's in a bath to me. So if that's something you're doing, your heart is saying, like, I love this so much. This really makes me feel good. And if you don't get to do it that much, they're saying this is something that if you want to connect with me deeper, if you want to connect with, the messages of your heart and in your intuition, they're saying, allow that time for rest and relaxation. Maybe a bath, maybe it's something else, maybe to walk in nature, like whatever your thing is that you really find relaxing. But what they keep drawing my attention to is this door here in the background, which I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. But it's almost like there's clouds, there's almost like darker clouds behind, and there's a door. And I feel like they're saying this allows you to see the doors, to see the way through. When you can rest the mind and just connect with source, connect with your heart, really put your attention on the heart space. Leave the mind and go into the heart. And that will allow for heart and mind resonance. That will allow the space to open up, and you will then get the answers that you seek, or the doorways will become clear. The answers will become clear. You'll know exactly, where to go, what to do. Okay. But because they're saying, I feel like it's almost like, there is a big new beginning on the horizon for you, and they're acknowledging that. And that they're saying this new experience is coming in very quickly. Okay, the dominoes, it's already in motion. Okay, the dominoes are already falling. It's already started happening. And there's a big new beginning happening for you. And so they're just saying, if you need clarity on anything, or if you just need to ground yourself through this new start, through this new venture, or, this new period of your life where it feels so new. And maybe, it feels a little bit risky because you maybe have to take a risk or a leap of faith, right? They're saying that you are about to enter a new experience in your life. Okay, and so they're saying, of anything at all, if you feel ungrounded, connect to me. I will tell you the truth. I will comfort you. I will ease you. Okay, we can do this. We've got this. Okay, we can easily do this. You just have to connect with me and listen to the kindness that I can bring, and the reassurance that I can give you, and the clarity I can give you. Okay, if we allow our minds to kind of be at ease, even in a new change, right? Even in when there's maybe a lot going on in our lives that's new, this is especially important to have put aside a little bit of time to just sit, connect with your heart, put your focus, your attention there. Focus on your breath and put your attention on your heart, and just ground and relax, and your heart will give you the messages that you need, the energy, okay, and the peace that you need to move forward peacefully, so that things don't feel chaotic. Okay, so even if there are big moves happening, or big changes occurring, you can still go through them with ease and peace and calm, right? Knowing that this is all happening for our highest good, that we are leveling up, okay, in life, that we are moving into a new experience, okay? We are kind of entering a portal. And so, yeah, your heart is just saying, this is especially important for you at this time. Okay, make sure you put time aside to ground, feel good, relax. Okay, relax and connect with me. Shut your mind off for a while. Do whatever practice that you have that allows you to do that. Okay, it could be going for a run. It could be going for a drive. Okay, it could be, going for a spa day or getting your nails done, right? And be conscious while you're doing that to connect with your heart space. Because they are saying, we allow for the clarity. We allow for you to see the door. We allow for you, when you can do that, we kind of clear the clouds away, and everything becomes clearer. Everything becomes, it's like muddied water. It kind of allows for that clarity so that you can see right through what's happening. And you're like, okay, I know I'm good. I know my next moves. I know I'm being supported by the universe. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Even when at times it feels chaotic, or it can feel like I'm walking into a completely unknown experience for me, or just something completely new. And that can bring stresses with it, right? Of course, and that's normal. There's nothing wrong. That's a very normal reaction to have. But yeah, they're saying you can go through this with ease, okay? You just have to set aside some time for meditation or relaxation, connecting back in with this space while you're going through, these big moves, big changes. So sorry, I know I keep repeating that. This one also wanted to come out. Yeah, okay. So yeah, some of you are definitely have been doing a lot of healing, okay, especially within your inner child, especially within the past. And maybe this is you moving on from a big, like a big part of your past. Okay, and so they're saying you still, give yourself this time to grieve, to let go, okay, to really, allow these, maybe memories, or allow these things to come through. And our heart space is directly connected with our inner child, okay? And Six of Cups would definitely represent that card, or that energy, sorry. And so, yeah, it's like connecting with your heart space is connecting with that inner child and that joy. So even when we can maybe feel bogged down with life, or maybe the stress of things that are happening, the new things maybe, or maybe things are picking up in our lives and it feels like maybe there's so much going on. They're saying connect in with that inner child, the one that can, find the play and find the fun in it all. And, kind of like taking it all on with ease. Like the Fool is definitely like an inner child spirit. Like, the Fool doesn't overthink things. The Fool does not, like stress about what's going to happen. The Fool just walks right into it, with an open heart. And I think that's what your heart is trying to tell you here, is that with these new experiences happening, try to keep your heart as open as possible to the new, so that your mind isn't blocking any experiences or trying to create stresses where they don't need to be. It is new, and you're supposed to be going in it with this like excitement and with this like childlike play, right? Okay, cool. This is new. This is exciting. This is fun. It's like just taking it moment by moment and not trying to figure it all out before it happens. Okay. And there might, yes, sorry, I'm just getting a lot, so I'm just trying to organize the emotions I'm getting. But yeah, you are in a period of self-reflection, because there are things from the past that need to be cleared. Like we see this lady sitting at the beach, which is like, it's a lot of water imagery here, even sand there, but she's sitting down at the basically at the shore of her emotional self, right? We're seeing this here as well. It's allowing, clearing, any things from the past that we need to that needs to be looked at and recognized. It's almost like clearing away any last, debris from the past, just kind of reflecting on the times that we had, on maybe the lessons that we've learned, because I think you are moving on from something from the past, whether that be, a place you grew up, or a home you've had for a long time, or a relationship, or, family relationships, okay? And we do see this little girl, she's sitting on a suitcase, and this keeps drawing my attention here. And she's doing like an airplane motion. So it kind of fits with these two energies here, that maybe you are moving, or that you are maybe traveling soon, or will be soon. Okay, or yeah, I don't know if you're aware of this yet, but it seems like things are starting to tip in that direction. Okay, and so just really be patient with the process, and allow, just really connect, and don't turn anything away. Like this lady looks she looks tired. She almost looks like almost like dreading. She looks like very low energy. Like, yeah, almost like it can be difficult to, look at the things from our past, look at the waters, the depths of our lives, right? And all the things that have happened up to this point. And it maybe, there are painful things, but there's also really positive things and happy memories. And so even if this is something that you've been wanting a long time in your life, to kind of move on from this, or to keep going, it still comes, still a bittersweet situation where it's like there's still things that meant a lot to us, and it's still hard to leave those things because they were such a big part of who we are and our lives. So even if we're excited to get going, we're excited to kind of, go in this new direction or start this new journey in our lives, we know that there's still parts of this that it's going to be hard to let go, right? There's still maybe attachments to the past that we just have to kind of move on from, and we kind of have to step up. Maybe we're starting to kind of do a lot of inner child healing, or we have been, and we're like stepping up into the kind of leadership or the parent like role in our lives, and really cherishing this child and doing what's best for them, and sometimes doing what's best for ourselves, our hearts, our inner children, is moving on, is letting go of the past, cutting ties, and kind of taking a risk in faith that this new path that we're being led on is going to help us grow, or maybe help us start a family. Okay. There's definitely a new experience here that is waiting for you, and well, I think it's gonna start just happening, right? You're gonna start seeing it's gonna start progressing naturally. Like, it's just gonna start falling into place where it's like, okay, this step, now this step, okay. And so I want you to take it like that, just one step at a time. Don't stress yourself out. Don't, think too many steps ahead. Deal with what's right in front of you, okay? And they're saying, your inner child, your heart is really excited for this, okay? They know how amazing this is gonna be for you. They know, like, how much fun and how much expansion is for you on the other side. That they're saying it might be difficult to let go of the past. It might be difficult to let go of certain relationships or, situations that even if they hurt us, it's still going to be, it's still a process that we have to go through. And they're just saying, allow yourself the time to cry, or to look at these things, to let go of, to grieve the past, okay? To be thankful for the past, to be thankful for everything you had, or everything that happened, okay? Because it led you to this place. It led you into this realization, and it led you into this new experience that you're about to embark on, okay? As this kind of evolved person, okay, with these new realizations. And so we're going to get more cards. Wow. Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups. There's just so much emotional healing here. I just want to make sure that you can see this all. I think for the most part you can. Okay. Yeah. This is like right now your heart is saying, before we embark on this journey, just like they're really emphasizing going within. So really doing that self-reflection. Okay, there's self-reflection. There's things that need, looked at, healed, let go of before we can start on this new adventure, this new journey together. There's like, and it'll help you gain clarity as far as the actions, maybe needed to take, or, which direction that you actually choose to go. Okay, it's saying that will help bring you clarity. You'll be able to see it much clearer once you can kind of leave the mind and sink into the heart space, and allow, your inner child to guide you, even when things come up that might not be easy to look at. Okay, they might not be easy to look at, but it will help clear the waters of your emotions and your intuition, and create a clearer channel for you, so that you can trust exactly what's coming through, because it'll be clear. It won't be muddled by the mind, aka, the fears or the worries or the what ifs. Yeah. So, yeah, this is beautiful. Your heart is saying, like, you have so much to give, and that you are so capable of this, that you have so much love. There is so much here for you to gain. Okay. It's like, I know you probably, maybe you have a lot of dreams, or you have like a lot of talents that you enjoy doing. And maybe this new beginning is you kind of embarking upon one of those. And maybe it's going to kind of allow you to achieve many dreams of yours. Okay. But yeah, the Seven of Cups can sometimes be like overwhelm of options. So if this is something that you are kind of feeling, where you're like, I know there's a new beginning here for me, but I also kind of feel overwhelmed as far as the direction, or as far as like where I focus. Again, this is what you need to do. You need to, sit in meditation, relaxation, in a bath, shut your mind down, sink into your heart. Okay, literally reach out to your inner child, speak directly to your heart, your inner child, whatever one you feel more comfortable with or you resonate with, and say, what do you need to show me? What do I need to clear in order to have a more clear, concise, emotional state? Or, how can I clear this space so that I know which door to walk through, or I know which direction or what to focus on? There's just this time right now of self-reflection that you're in, a little bit of clearing away, things of the past, and looking at, everything. And I feel like bringing more love into these situations, into these memories, into these emotions, and just being grateful for, what they taught us, even the tough ones, right? So yeah, I just think there's so much self-reflection going on here. So much, like, maybe there's a lot of analyzing of, why did this happen, or trying to find kind of maybe the whys as far as, what's been happening, or what happened and why it did happen. But just know that everything that happened was leading you here. It was leading you, to prepare you for this great, this embarkment. I don't know if that's the word, but like this new kind of paradigm that you're walking into. Okay, and you have so much to give, and your heart is in such good condition, like it's in such a good space. And yeah, so they're just saying, allow this process of clearing, of, it's okay, look at what you need to look at, and give it that attention and that love. Okay, and then it clears away, and then we clear it. Okay, it's only by avoiding this thing does it not clear. Okay, because I feel like, yeah, to walk through this space, there has to be this, clarity of this connection and clarity within our hearts. And then we have justice. Yeah, it's like you're literally becoming anew. Like, you're walking down a whole new path here. It's a complete shift, okay? Different realm, I want to say. I feel like it's because you're different, right? You've been really healing yourself from the inside out. You've been really doing all of this inner child work, listening to your heart. And so your heart is saying, look, your karma is being cleared with this. If you have been doing this, or if you are doing this, they're saying this has been clearing your karma, so that no longer we're maybe walking down these dark paths, or choosing these darker, people or situations where it's like we're having to learn this karma, or we're having to or we're bringing in karmic, relationships, that now that we've done that, now that we've, sat with ourselves and really gone through the healing work and really looked at and cherished our inner child and said, like, no more will I accept these behaviors, or no more will I repeat these patterns, right? We have now cracked ourselves open. We're now becoming anew, and the new us is emerging, and therefore a new path is emerging for us, okay, where we don't have this heaviness. The Fool doesn't carry anything with them, right? Look, she has no bags, no nothing. It's the past that has all of the luggage and the kind of baggage, right? So that's been this process of letting go of the baggage so that we're light, okay? So that we walk with very little with us, that, we're kind of this fresh energy where we're not, these patterns are no longer going to affect ourselves in our future, okay? They're no longer going to, paint the picture or paint our projections, okay? We are now going in with a very fresh heart, a new slate, okay? A brand new karmic cycle where we get to create from zero, okay? It's fresh. It's totally up to us as far as, what comes in, what comes through, what we do, what we focus on, the patterns that we create for the future, okay? And it's like we're creating way more positive and healthy patterns and learnings for the future generations, or, maybe you're teaching this to other people. But whatever it is, this is like saying that you have come into balance, or that you are coming into balance, okay, with your light and with your dark. And so that karma is now reset. And that is allowing you to walk down this new path. All right, they want more cards. Eight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah. It's saying you've really mastered yourself here. You've really mastered kind of the art of balance, okay? And also like all of the skills and all of the things that you've been working through and working on. It's saying that you're this, like, you've reached this new level. You're so talented, you're so skilled, and you've come into a new place of balance and of love, and I feel like you've reached a new level of mastery within yourself, but also within what it is you've been maybe working on. So your passion, right? This is going to affect that as well. This is going to really help you grow in really positive ways that are going to help you in the physical, okay? And this is saying, realize just how talented you are and how capable you are. This is like, look at this multitasking going on. She's not stressed at all, right? This is saying that you have everything within you in order to bring this into being, to accomplish this, okay? That you are so talented and so capable. And the Knight of Swords is this, like, it's kind of this fast moving energy, but I see it's like flying above the clouds here. It's gaining that clarity through action. Okay, so I really feel like the confusion and the cloudiness and the kind of murkiness is leaving with this new beginning. And I think you'll know exactly the actions you have to take, and you're gonna rock this. Okay, this is not even going to make you break a sweat. This is saying, this new beginning, you're really coming out of a time of cloudiness or unclarity, and things are becoming crystal clear for you, and the actions you have to take, instead of this kind of feeling overwhelmed or like things feeling a little bit wishy-washy, maybe because it was clouded by the past. You stepping through, having cleared the past, having cleared your heart and your maybe your trauma, I want to say, okay, you now get this like clear divine channel of information where as soon as it comes through, you know that it's truth, or if it's not truth, you can kind of tell the difference now. And so this is allowing you to really take fast decisive action, toward your accomplishments, and really, seeing that you have maybe many sources of income, or many things that you enjoy doing. But it's like in here, instead of maybe not, like maybe being overwhelmed with all of these ideas that you have, and you're like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to focus on, can I even do all these things? It's coming out of that into this new paradigm where you go, okay, this is what I'm focusing on today, I'm accomplishing this. It's like, it's that clarity of decisive action of, this is what I'm going to focus on, and you're able to accomplish it all, instead of like getting overwhelmed and then not acting at all. Okay, it's like you go, okay, today I'm going to focus on this thing, and then it's like almost becoming more organized in your thought, because now your mind and your heart are in coherence, and so you don't overwhelm yourself. You just go, okay, well, let's pick one today. This is what we're focusing on, and things are able to move in a more smoother direction, and you're like, okay, this is more organized, I can accomplish everything, or I can work on all these different things. It's just, not all at once. I'm allowing them to each have their own time and space in which, I can focus in different moments, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to go to this deck now. One last message for my pile ones, a message from their heart. What does their heart want to tell them? Death. I'm going to put that here. Yeah. 10 of Wands. The Empress. Beautiful. I'm going to get one more under Death. Yeah. What's transforming is your overactive mind or your overthinking. Okay? So that's what your heart is telling you. Like, either you have found your practice that works for you to get out of your mind, or get out of the anxiety, or get out of the overthinking, or this is the process that's currently happening for you. Okay? But this is what is transforming. It's getting that clarity of mind, instead of like all of these overworking thoughts where it's like, okay, well, what about this? And then this, it's like there's too much here, and that overwhelms us, maybe gives us anxiety, makes us not be able to sleep. It's when we can shut the mind off, when we can sit in rest and meditation, in that relaxation, and this is attached to this as well, not overworking ourselves, not forcing ourselves to work when we're not, we're not, I want to say full, like our energy isn't there, right? It's just like, well, I have to do this, I have to get this done. It's like learning that is transforming, so we're not so in our heads, that we can drop into our heart and say, what is right now? What is ready for me right here? What is, what do I feel like working on in this moment? What is my heart saying in this moment? Where does she or he want to focus, right? What's going to make me feel good? What's going to make my inner child happy at this moment? And that's where you should focus. That's the thing that you should work on or focus on in that moment, instead of overwhelming yourself with all of the things that maybe you want to do or have to do. And instead just saying, what can I do right now? What will be the most beneficial for me at this very moment, right? And doing it in a calmed and balanced pattern, instead of overwhelming yourself with everything. And that can create us to feel overworked, okay? Tired, exhausted, because we're carrying so much at once, okay? And maybe, for very little payoff. But it's like, it's learning that everything will get done in its own time. Not everything has to get done right now. Okay, so this is what's transforming this overworked, overtired, overthinking. It's just it's too much. Okay, and so we kind of have to just drop all of the swords, all of the wands, go into our space, drop into the heart. That is the Empress. She is Venus, right? She is the heart. She is, she doesn't overwork herself. She doesn't overthink, right? She just is. She is creation. She becomes the magnet. She's dropped into her heart and allows things to come to her, allows the inspiration in the moment to guide her. Okay? That is how, and look how abundant she is. That is how every single thing gets done in its own time. Okay? In its own time. Everything has a time, everything has a season, and everything has a moment. And if we think that everything has to get done all at once or right now, or it's not going to happen, that is an unhealthy pattern. That is what is transforming within you. Okay, that creates tension, anxiety, right? Worry. So it's dropping into our heart. What's going to make me happy in this moment to do? What do I actually feel like doing? So I'll give you an example, right? We have housework to do. We have cleaning. Maybe we have to cook. Maybe we have to, work on our project in whatever way that works for you. It's not like some people can get analysis paralysis where it's like, I have all of these things, and I definitely, I know what this feels like for sure, because I could be in this energy. And I'm learning to be in my Empress mode as well. And it's like that, okay, well, things have to get done, but they don't all have to get done today. They don't all have to get done right now. What is going to make me feel the most at peace, right? How can I relieve a little bit of my worry and not think about all of the things that need done, but maybe I would really just like to clean because that will make me feel at peace right now. That will make me feel good. The energy will be cleared out. And that's what I'm going to focus on. It's just taking that one step at a time. Okay. And then allowing that new paradigm to come in, allowing us to shift into, instead of always outputting, instead of like always like, oh, what can I do here? It's coming into the Empress. It's coming into the magnetization of everything will get done in due time. I don't have to worry about it. I am becoming a magnet. I am putting my attention in my heart, in my center, in my solar plexus. I am allowing things to come to me. I am becoming the magnet. I know that abundance is my nature. I know everything that needs to happen will get done as soon as it's needed. It's almost working with that inspired action, letting that guide you instead of, the expectations of what should happen or needs to happen, right? It's just saying, look, everything has its time. Everything will get done, okay? We just take it step by step. And then before you know it, it's like, oh, I was able to get everything done without having to worry about it first. I just started doing little things that were making me feel good. And then it kind of like, okay, right now I do feel like working on my art. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Oh, that made my inner child feel happy and good. And now, I'm free to, make dinner or whatever it is, right, for you. It's those things where we don't have to worry about it. Just do whatever you feel in the moment feels right. Okay, not everything is a rush. Not everything is like this stressful thing that just piles up and that creates this blockage and actually doesn't allow us to actually make any real progress or, Whereas if we do it this way, we feel good, we feel balanced, right? And everything gets done and everything flourishes around us. Okay, so that was a message from your heart, Pile 1, and it was beautiful. And I thank you so much for coming to reading today, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please comment, please shout out Pile 1 and let me know if this resonated with you. And please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can book that down in the description box. You can also book what's called a quantum healing session. where we connect with your guides and your higher self, and we can clear any blockages. We can literally speak directly to your heart. We can do inner child healing. We can heal trauma or past life trauma, or we can just leave it open and see where your guides would like to take you and the understandings they would like to give you. So if that sounds interesting, you'd like to know more, you can go to my website or you can email me. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading, pile 1. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your message from your heart reading. We are just going to clear your space really quick before we begin. Clearing any negative, old, or unwanted energy from the space. Inviting in only the highest beings in the hearts of pile number 2 with light and love, so that we may receive clear, concise, and accurate messages for the highest good of all of those watching and for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so be it. Okay, so a message from your heart, pile 2. Connecting with the hearts of pile 2, what would you like to share with them? I think your heart's really happy. I think your heart's really in a good space. Yeah, I saw that in the split. So you got the 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles, okay? This is the in-between tarot. Okay, so this is the 10 in between the 10 and the ace. Equality now. So it's almost like there's something big happening. Your heart feels really, really full right now. It feels like maybe you've accomplished something really big, or you're about to. Okay, and it's like a big accomplishment, and it's probably making you feel really happy, really excited. Like your heart feels very like accomplished. Like, yeah, it's something big that was maybe on your heart for a long time, that's been, maybe you've been wanting to have in your life, and now is the time for it. He's holding a clock, equality now, right? Now is the time. And so it's almost like a crescendo, like a big moment, something, maybe a big wish or a big accomplishment, a big happening. And then it's like it kind of leads you into a new beginning in life, or a new level of reality in life. But yeah, I'm going to get more information. But your heart's feeling super full, very accomplished. Yeah, Queen of Wands. And strength. Yeah, it's almost feeling like you're maybe figuring out your next moves, or like a strategy, I want to say. It's almost like there is this feeling of having accomplished something really, really big that was on your heart, right? Maybe something attached to your passion with the Queen of Wands. Something that, you know, means a lot to you, something that's really connected with your creativity, which is also connected with that heart space, right? And it's maybe finally you're getting the recognition or the appreciation that you've worked so hard to get, that you've been working so hard for. And so it's almost like this feeling of your heart's kind of like in shock a little bit. Like it's like, whoa. Like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe it's actually here. I never thought the day would come, honestly. There were so many days where I wasn't sure. And with strength, your heart is saying, like, they're recognizing how strong you are, okay? How much balance that you've brought into your life. You've balanced literally, like, this, it kind of reminds me of like that, the Beauty and the Beast. It's like the masculine and the feminine, the, you know, the light and the dark. it's really, it's like you haven't turned away from anything. You've really gone in and you've done the work necessary. You've gone down, maybe the hard path, or you've really you're like, look, this is the life I want to create for myself. This is where I want to be at, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And that usually means going deep within self. Okay, because this is in between. So it's Strength and the Hermit, and this is them walking through this pathway, right, to the mountain, which they're going to start their hermit journey. So maybe you guys are starting a new journey. Maybe you're beginning a new path. But I really feel like, I think it's like a big accomplishment that then leads you down a new path or a new beginning in life. And so your heart's almost like mapping things out, like, okay, well, now that I've gotten here, now that I've accomplished this, what are kind of my next moves? Like, what's kind of the next direction for me to go down or focus on? And with the Hermit, with Strength and then the Hermit, it's like, this is going to allow your growth to the next level. Okay, so it's like almost like you're starting down a new path that's like your next soul's evolution. Okay, and it's like you've accomplished something, right? You've got here, and now that you're here, it's like you're gonna start some kind of new other beginning. That's really going to lead you to an even greater level of life. Okay, I mean, the 10 of Pentacles is like, it's reaching the 10, it's reaching complete. It's funny because the 10 is like the emotional but also the physical prosperity. It's like, it's that retirement energy where we've accomplished everything in our lives, and now we're living really, really comfortably, and we're able to pass down this wealth to our children and our grandchildren. So it's like you have accomplished something, but it's almost like, okay, but there's still more steps to go. Like, now it's time to prepare for the next journey or the next aspect of our path or of our life, of our accomplishments. It's like now there's the next mountain to climb. And it's like they never get harder as you go. They do get easier because you get wiser as you go along. And so you've reached this really amazing level of, maybe you've just accomplished something, or you've come to some crazy realizations that you weren't sure you would get to that. Okay, but now it's time to begin the even greater step along your evolution, to expand and extend that knowledge, that wisdom. We never stop growing, we never stop evolving. And so this is saying you have reached one level, and now you're beginning the next. Okay, and so you're just like almost in this like strategy mode where you're about to, because we see the queen going into the king, right? So it's like, okay, I've reached the queen level, right? I've reached this one level, which is a huge accomplishment. And now it's time for me to start preparing. How do I get to the king? How do I even, how do I level up from here? Okay. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting from that. Ooh. Okay, we have the 5 of coins. It's funny, you have the 5 and then the 10. These are like complete opposites. It's like you've come a long way. It's like you started really from nothing. You started from the bottom. The Empress. And I don't know if maybe not all of you, and the Hierophant, I don't know, maybe not all of you have already, reached this accomplishment, but just so you know, your heart is letting you know that this is coming in for you, or this is just around the corner. Okay, equality. Okay, so like I said, right, it's the 5 going into the 6, bringing balance into an unfair or unbalanced situation, a situation that felt like lack, right? We see the women's refuge here. Something that felt unfair or unjust, okay, in your life, something that felt like maybe you were kind of left out or in some kind of lack mentality or, phase of your life. And so we see inequality coming into equality, okay? And so your heart is just saying, either you've just done this recently or you will be doing this, but they're saying we feel you're coming into safety. You are coming into feeling justified, into feeling that fairness, into feeling that balance, that yes, the universe is just, that yes, like all of my work will create something huge in my life and is creating this prosperity for me, is creating this physical safety for me. You guys, that might be really, really important for you, and I'm going to tell you why. Because of these two cards specifically, they're pentacles. Also because we have the Empress and we have the Hierophant, and that is both Taurian energy, okay? Taurian energy is the second house. It is the house of physical security, okay? And so that might be really important for you as far as, feeling that secureness, feeling that, physical safety. Maybe it's been a long time since you truly felt that way. Okay, and so they're saying we feel safe. We're about to feel really, really safe and secure and foundationally accomplished. Okay. Yeah, again with the kind of leveling up here. It's like, yeah, you're reaching a new level of that abundance, okay? And maybe it is through what it is you work on, your career or your creative pursuits, okay? But it's you, I think, finally receiving your just rewards and karmic balance coming in. And I just, my heart just keeps feeling really like it's safe after feeling really unsafe for a long time. And so I feel like you're very much ready for this. You're very much settling into a much more comfortable time in your life, much more abundant time in your life but I don't feel like you're just going to sit down and just, I think you're still strategizing, okay, how can I, still grow this? How can I still, make this even greater within my world? And when we have the Hierophant here, two people getting married, I mean, that's definitely part of the Ten of Pentacles. And so maybe this journey was you, coming out of a harsh relationship with the women's refuge, right? Where it's maybe, relationships in your life were not being just, we're not, an equal give and take of energy, and maybe just straight up completely unfair in certain ways. And so, but now your heart just feels so full and so complete and so justified and whoa, it's here, it's here. And maybe that is deeply connected and with a partnership for you, with a marriage or, creating a family. Or maybe this is just talking about you stepping in to this kind of, this leadership or the spiritual leader or the spiritual healer role because you have created such balance. Maybe that's, the path that you took, and maybe, you had to kind of, do your spiritual duties and heal and go off and, have all these inner experiences. And, sometimes when we do that, that means, quitting our jobs, and we're just heeding the call, right? And so we can be in lack for a long time, excuse me, or even just healing the certain beliefs, right? Looking at the shadow, which beliefs do I carry around self-worth, around lack? Okay, healing those things, becoming our own savior or becoming our own guru, right? And realizing how powerful and just stepping into a new level of spiritual maturity. And therefore, coming into that belief that, I am abundant, right? With the Empress, coming into that belief of abundance is my birthright, and I am naturally that magnet for abundance. It's coming into that deep feminine heart space, right? That is like, if we sink into the heart deserves everything, right? The heart, it is the magnet for goodness, and we have to learn to not block it with the untrue beliefs that we've learned, right? And the patterns and the conditionings that we've learned. And so we go off, embark on these journeys, on these soul evolution journeys, and we take a deep dive, in ourselves. And we look at the shadow and what it contains, and maybe the lies that we tell ourselves, the beliefs that we hold, becoming our own leader, becoming this very, spiritual, deep person, or wise, wise leader, that maybe, you help other people now. And that's allowing you to kind of rise out of this lack and into prosperity, realizing the true self, realizing your true purpose. Okay. And I do feel that here. I feel like it's like finding water in the desert. And I think your heart is feeling that lately because of some kind of big accomplishment you've come to, or some stage in your life that it was hard come by. Like you really, started from a completely different place than where you are now. And it took so much work and it took so much effort, right? And so now you're like, I know I deserve this. I'm taking this, right? I'm taking this life. I am taking this. I deserve this, right? Knowing what you deserve. You're like, no, this is mine. I'm taking it. I am this person. I am this role. I am, I can teach, or I can lead. I can, step into these shoes because I have done the work. I've really shown myself who I am. Your heart's really, really proud of you. And it's like you have this hunger to always learn and improve. And like, okay, now maybe this is you looking at your emotional state, right? And it's like, okay, what needs my attention here? What needs looked at in order for me to evolve, in order for me to, heal on an even deeper level, in order for me to, expand my knowledge, or, be able to help in new and deeper ways, right? Or know myself on an even deeper level. Okay. We're going to go to a different deck now. There's like so much here. Two of Wands, again with the hands. Shaking of the hands. But Two of Wands is expansion, okay? Two of Wands, maybe this has something to do with your partnership, or maybe you work with a partner or other people. And and maybe, this thing that you do, or that you grow, is directly, connected with others, with helping others, or with, dealing with other people and creating relationships. Okay, but this is talking about you expanding in new ways. Ooh, and the sun just flipped out. Yeah, so there is that. We have reached, it's like we've accomplished something. And I already said this, I know, but bear with me here. It's like we've accomplished something. And the Two of Wands can talk about, reaching a certain level of accomplishment, and then having to kind of go off and start something new because, we've done it. Okay, we've reached a certain level, and it's like, okay, great. I'm so happy to be here. This is something I've worked so hard upon. But it's not the end. Right now I have to keep growing, keep learning in new ways. And maybe that means, traveling or expanding our practice, or, yeah, moving or bringing someone else on, right? It's like, it's just, there's an expansion happening here that, yeah, it's like reaching this level of enlightenment, right? Reaching that a certain level. And then, and then it's like, okay, cool, but there's so much more for me to experience or learn. But you get to now learn it, you get to now experience it from a new level of awakening, from a new level of love and enlightenment. Okay, and so it's like everything's going to be a little bit brighter, a little bit easier, and now you can just see, the greater picture to it all. And it becomes this like beautiful, beautiful adventure, because you know that you're just deepening in that enlightened stage, or that like, that beautiful skill that you carry. And it's just adding and deepening into this really beautiful character that you have. Yeah, the King of Cups. You've mastered something here. Like the King of Cups is definitely a healer, okay, because he's, oh, and this one wanted to come out. He has mastered his emotions. Okay, so he is like an anchor, or like a rock. No matter what's happening around him, he's always like centered. He's always good. And we see the halo around him too of light, right? We see it here. It's like it is reaching a certain level of enlightened state, of healed, of healing. I don't know why I'm talking like that. And it's like, and yes, life still goes on. We still have to do things like getting groceries, right? And doing the mundane things of life. But it's like, but we have this, we're kind of at this, we've reached a new level of awareness. And so everything just has this like more, glossy sheen to it. And things affect us a lot less. The ups and the downs and the waves of life, they don't carry us so dramatically anymore. We kind of like get to cruise at a certain altitude. And just enjoy, right? We enjoy the ups, and we still enjoy the downs, because we know that it's all part of the dance. We know that it's all here for us and helping us learn. And so no longer are we getting lost in the emotional states, or like getting lost in, woe is me's, or, whatever it is. It's like, we're like, okay, I'm seeing the bigger picture. I know that this is happening for this reason, for whatever it is, and that I'm taking the lessons as they come. The Page of Wands is also, it goes well with this Two of Wands, right? It's that beginning anew, okay? It's reaching a height, and then we go, okay, well, I'm at the top of this mountain, but I see that mountain over there, and what am I going to do? Just stay here all my life and camp out? And, it's like, yes, I am accepting, and I am satisfied, and I'm so grateful and happy that I got here. And it's taking that moment to take it in and being like, whoa, I can't believe I never thought I could even get here. But then you see that other mountain and you go, well, I'm here, I have all of this time, and I might as well climb that mountain as well. I wonder if I could do that one. I wonder if I could reach that height, right? So it's challenging ourselves in new ways. And so this is that page. It's allowing our inspiration and that drive, that passion to keep us expanding, keep us evolving, right? Because even if you've reached something that was massive, there are always levels up. There are always more to dive into. And there is always, becoming a student in something. As much as we've mastered one thing, it's like there's always room to be a student again. There's always room to grow and to learn again. That never stops, and that's a beautiful thing, right? And yeah, it's like that's beautiful. It's life, right? It's like, yeah, now we're stronger, we're wiser, we've climbed one mountain, right? So it's not going to feel as hard as it did one time. We've gained new tools, and we've gained new, skill sets on how to do things, and and now the certain things don't rock us as much, they don't affect us as much, they don't throw us off as much, because you're like, okay, I'm now a more skilled person, or I'm now more wise, whatever it is. And so yeah, I'm ready to take on this new challenge, right? And it will challenge you for sure, but you're being challenged at a heightened state. Wow. Okay, I need one last message for pile 2s from their heart. Yeah. Ansu's rune. This is you. It is that deep wisdom. It's that this is also can talk about receiving. You receive messages, okay? You have a third sight. You have a sight beyond just the physical, okay? And it's trusting the messages you receive, trusting that, that deep spiritual wisdom that you carry, and the intuitive. I'm going to read this out of the book for you, just because I feel like it'll be a little bit deeper. Yeah. The highly intelligent raven is always alert, and like the god Odin's ravens, Hugin, thought, and Munin, memory, who are his eyes and ears out in the world, he is always collecting information. Exactly. Always collecting, always learning, always, improving. Flying high, he has a clear sight over all. You can hear him calling out as he passes on messages of both good news and warning. Ansu's is the rune of Odin, of the divine breath of all creation. It is the messenger rune. In a reading, it brings a message of divine inspiration, creation, formation, and transformation. It indicates the strong presence of your ancestors in ancestral line. Ansu's represents the arrival of a revelation or an insight. Language with all its uses and power is central to this rune. Key words: communication, insight, divine inspiration, order, true vision. So that is like that 10 of Pentacles, that kind of, that either a revelation or a coming to, maybe that comes through communication for some of you. We did see that lady kind of ushering that man towards his revelation, right? So that could definitely be that message, connected to that message. But it's just about you having this clear vision of your moves. It's like coming into that new level of clarity, of, accomplishment, and now, seeing where you should go next, or seeing the next moves, seeing, where the expansion will lie, having that kind of clear overhead sight. Okay, pile 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a comment and shout out pile 2. Love to connect with you guys. Also, give me a thumbs up if it resonated with you, and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to know more, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. You can also book what's called a quantum healing hypnosis session, where we connect with your guides and your higher self, and we are guided into your subconscious mind to clear any blocks or trauma, or just have a beautiful spiritual experience together. If you'd like to know more, you could go to my website, or you can email me. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading, pile 2. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading today, a message from your heart. We are just going to clear the space really quick before we begin. Okay, so clearing any negative, old, or unwanted energy from this space, inviting in the hearts and the higher selves of pile 3 to give us clear, concise, and accurate messages for the highest good of all of those watching, and for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so be it. Okay. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Okay. So, it's interesting. You guys were the only one who got an oracle deck. So, Hearts of pile 3. What message do you have for them? On the split, I already saw forgiveness, so I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out. Yeah, okay. Okay. Wrench in the words. Message. Mystery. Trust. Okay, so right away I'm getting the message that maybe something has happened in your life where maybe it does feel like something's out of balance or out of order, or something happened that maybe threw you off a little bit, or it created some kind of mystery in your life or something. Okay, it's going to be one of two ways. Okay, it's going to be one of two ways for those watching. So I will continue with the thought form that I'm on. There's something that happened that felt like it misplaced something, or it became, like it felt like a wrench in the works, like something happened that kind of created an error, created a stop in flow. Okay. You are finding out what that was and why it had to happen. Okay. Your heart is telling you that there was an answer to this, that there was something, a reason behind this and why it happened, and to trust. Okay. Having that deep trust in why this had to occur. Okay. And maybe you're coming into that trusting of life in a new way, or trusting in yourself and in your heart that it would never do anything to actually harm you, that everything is here for a reason, that there is an answer, to why this occurred. Okay. I'm also getting that some of you, and I think this is for all of you, okay, but there's going to be different stages in which what stage you're at. You're finding the answer to something that fixes something within your life. Maybe this is like a health issue that you've been having, okay, and you finally find the thing that you needed in order to help yourself or help your health get back on track. So maybe that's like finding the vitamin you were missing, or finding the treatment you needed, or finally finding what was the cause of your pain. Okay. But also trusting in why this happened and what it was telling you. It's saying if there's anything that is out of sorts, there is a reason why. Okay, there's a reason here that you are meant to find, or that you are finding. Okay, and that maybe there is, it's like you have to trust, even if something at first seems out of whack, like maybe a disruption to your life or in your plans, that the answer will be shown to you soon as far as why this had to happen, or who this was, right, with the fingerprint. Your heart is saying, trust us, like we have your back within this, that you will find the answer, or that it will become clear to you why this happened. Or you are finding right now, this maybe just occurred, that through trust of this situation, that you are finding and fixing something that maybe was a mystery to you at some point. It's like you're finding the answer. The magnifying glass is there. It's becoming clear. All right, we're gonna get more of these cards. This is pretty mysterious. Speaking of mysterious, stranger. Maybe this was a relationship in your life. Yeah, it was like something happened that maybe left you with answers. I mean, not with more questions than answers. right? And you're like, why, why did this person come in my life? Maybe they screwed things up, or they, yeah, storm. Maybe they caused some kind of big chaos or drama. Look, hidden agenda and stay on target. Maybe you're feeling something about someone, and right now it's kind of like mysterious to you, and you're like, but I think you're exactly on target. You can trust in yourself. You can trust in what your heart is telling you and what your intuition is telling you. That maybe this person is trying to throw a wrench in what you're doing, okay? And it's almost like maybe you're seeing them for who they are, or you're seeing like, yep, maybe they did try to sabotage something in my life, or I'm trusting that I do feel there's an off energy, or they're creating a bit of chaos here, or this chaos is being created, and I think you're the one who's going to be able to either fix this by maybe getting rid of this person in your life or in this situation, or you're the only one maybe who can see them for who they truly are. But it's like you're finding something out that it's like this almost reminds me of like a game of Clue, okay, where it's like, here's the clue, it's their fingerprint, they spilled the milk, right? And it's like, if maybe it felt like things were in disarray or in chaos a little bit, and you're like, what's going on? Why is all this happening now? Or what's this feeling that I'm getting? Maybe they kind of lie or manipulate, and you're like, you had to just learn to trust in what you're feeling, right, within this situation. Their heart is saying, you can trust us. You can trust what you're feeling, okay? You are feeling a storm brewing. You are feeling some kind of weird energy or some like chaos brewing. There's something here that feels off. And they're saying like, you can see clearly, this kind of shady character here, or this shadiness happening, where it's like, yeah, this the mystery of the spilled milk, right? It's like, who spilled the milk? Who did this? Like, something happened here, and maybe they're not being honest, or they're not being clear, but you're like, I can sense someone's not being completely honest. I can sense someone maybe tried to sabotage something, or they injected themselves into something that wasn't their business, and they like created a situation, and it feels off, or they created some kind of drama, behind the scenes, and maybe they act innocently, or it's not clear who it is, but you have a feeling, right? You have a feeling, and they're saying, you can trust this, you can trust us. We are reaching out to you to try to save you from this storm. We're trying to grab your hand, so take our hand so that we can take you out of this situation, or that, we can help you fix this, or that we can, take you away from this, or at least identify who it is, because it's like, you do know you can trust your heart. Your heart's trying to tell you, okay? They're trying to make it clear to you who this is, or what they're doing, okay? Because there's something that does feel off. There's something that, and it might not be like super obvious in the beginning, but you're like, I have an inkling, like someone's giving me a little bit of weird energy, or they're being a little bit shady, or whatever it is. And this can help fix this energy in your life by you identifying who this is, and either cutting them off or letting them go. But yeah. Okay, we're going to get another deck here to get some confirmation. Okay, yeah, we have the Hermit. Okay. You are very, very connected. You can trust what you receive. Okay? You are very, very wise. Okay? You can trust in yourself. He's sitting on a mat of music notes here, so maybe, I mean, maybe you are musical, but maybe you receive messages through music or something like that. That might not resonate with everyone. Oops, I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is saying that you are connected. Look, we have like every element here. Meaning like you are balanced in you don't have to like, don't feel bad if you're like, is it just me? You know, maybe I'm just judging them unfairly, you know, which is a healthy way. Oh, I did knock it off, sorry. Which is, of course, you know, it's a healthy way, and I think that's a very like normal thing, and it is something that we all, I think, go through and have to look at. And I think it is healthy to do that. Is it me first, right? But a lot of times it is other people, and we have to be okay that, and not everyone has our highest good out for us, okay? And that doesn't make, it's not like you don't always have to point the finger at yourself. Sometimes you are picking up on some sketchy energy. Sometimes you are feeling a certain way that, you know, maybe a certain person or a situation in your life isn't good, and it's creating more chaos or more drama, or, you know, destroying certain things in your life, okay, that it shouldn't be, and you shouldn't have to tolerate that, okay? But yeah, this is about knowing your own wisdom and really trusting in that, trusting in what you receive and what you feel. Two of Wands. And the Emperor. Okay, this is interesting. I see you, it's like you're focusing on, maybe you have two things that you enjoy doing or that you're passionate about, or you're just focusing on your own life, okay? And you're balancing things out, and you're like looking, she's very focused on her two balls of wands, which is inspiration, okay? Or her creativity, or just things that she's passionate about. She's very focused on those. Then we have this third person who's throwing wrenches in the works. He's throwing his batons at her. So it's almost as if there's someone around you, okay, that is trying to either sabotage or trying to get in the middle of, or just like, and maybe it's not even on purpose, right? They might just be doing this unconsciously or whatever it is, but it's like they're trying to throw you off your concentration, or yeah, just get themselves involved in a way that, like, you don't need them, okay? You're good. Like, you have everything you need. You don't need this person throwing, you know, anything your way, or trying to screw things up, because that's what they're doing. They're just throwing off your attention or your concentration on what you're focusing on, okay? And then look, we have the Emperor and the Hierophant. It's like two forces almost like standing off, right? They look very stern, like, you know, and we see the chessboard here. It's almost like two opponents, but the sun is coming up, okay? The sun is coming up on this, and it's saying, like, it's okay to, it's realizing that there are people out there who aren't meant to join us, okay? Who aren't meant to ride along with us, that sometimes things have to be split. Sometimes things, you know, sometimes there are two opposing energies that aren't meant to gel together, okay? And I think they're just telling you that this is okay. And this is part of actually your learning with the Hermit. This is part of your soul's growth and your soul's learning on how to recognize when someone's energy is not benefiting you, or it's not helping you. It's actually creating more chaos. It's creating more upset. It's creating more, it's creating, maybe their energy, just manipulation. It's throwing your focus off, because you're maybe then having to focus on, okay, who's doing this in my life? Or, you know, Are they good? Is it me? It's too much energy being spent on that. And sometimes we just have to realize that not everyone's our friend, or not everyone's can be part of our path going forward. That sometimes there has to be a split. Sometimes there has to be I don't want to say a burning of the bridge. It doesn't have to be so dramatic, but there does have to be some kind of boundary put up where it's like, I'm going to do my thing, you do your thing. It's clearly the energy is not matching here. It's not adding up. I have to protect myself. Okay, and so I have to take a stand here, and I have to let you go, or I'm going to be over here, you're going to be over there, right? And that is okay. Look, the sun is coming up. It's saying that this is a positive thing, okay? This is what's going to help you, and it's what's going to help everything move smoother in your life. It's whatever this person, this energy is doing. It's like it's causing upset within you, within life. It's like maybe you're making mistakes because of it. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles, okay? You are meant for great things, okay? For great success, for huge abundance, okay? So what you're focusing on, and maybe this person can sense that, right? Maybe this person can sense that, and they're like, oh, I want to get a piece of this, or I want a part of this. Or they're just like a saboteur kind of person where they're like, oh man, I can see them doing really well, and I'm going to throw some wrenches in here because whatever it is, they're just that kind of person. All right. And so you kind of have to take your stand your ground and say, no more. I want equality now, right? Equality now for yourself. Like, you have to stand in that power and say, like, I deserve equality. I deserve, my own success. I deserve to have this goodness in my life. And you are building something really, really massive. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles is huge abundance, and it's huge financial stability. Okay. You might be attracted to pile 1 as well. This came out in pile 1. Was it pile 1? Or was it pile 2? I think it was pile 2. Yeah. Pile 2 also had these exact same card. Oh, no, sorry. They had this card. Sorry, this just reminded me of it. So, I mean, there might be something in pile 2 for you as well, okay? So this is saying, okay, there are people who are going to help you, who are going to be kind. 2 of Coins going into the 3. There are people here meant to help you grow, who are here to help you build, but they're the right ones. They're kind, okay? They're not going to try to like steal from you or throw you off, or, create really kind of bad situations in your life, or just like create harder, like it doesn't have to be so hard. Like maybe they create drama, or they always have a problem. It doesn't have to be that way, okay? You are meant to build. You are meant to meet other people, but who are balanced, okay? Who are balanced, that can help you build, that you can build together into something much bigger, okay? That abundance is your birthright. Abundance is here for you, okay? And so your heart is trying to guide you to this, and that just means that we got to let go of some people who are messing up your flow, okay, who aren't allowing this to build. Okay, so we got to cut those off. We kind of have to make a stand. And then once we can do that, we can then focus on what we want to build within our lives, and that will then attract the real ones. Because once we can show the universe, okay, our hearts, that yes, I'm listening to you, I'm trusting you, I'm trusting where you're guiding me, I'm trusting the messages you're telling me. They go, okay, great. And then you take action upon that, saying, I'm not going to accept this anymore. Like you're causing too much stuff in my life. I don't want this in my life. Okay. That then allows you to focus on you, but then you can recognize when someone actually feels good. And that's part of our lessons and learning. Part of our spiritual path is being able to listen to the heart to the point of something feels off here. Okay, and I got to cut it out. I got to recognize it. I got to listen, and I got to trust myself here with this. And by doing that, you then recognize what feels good, what feels off. And so you'll be able to recognize the ones who are actually true, who are actually here to help you along your path, okay? And not cause chaos or a hecticness. You know, they're here to actually support you. They bring another element that, you know, complements yours. It's not a competition, okay? And look at that, 9 and 10 of coins. Victory to the suffragettes, okay? The suffragettes were like a group of people. I believe it was like in England. But anyways, I know because I think the Beatles made a song about it. But basically, it's like these people who are suffering finally getting victory, okay? These people who were like, look, down and out. They're starting small. They're starting with like, you know, here, this is my idea or this is my project. This is what I want to build. It's banding together with the right ones, okay? And it's recognizing who are the true people that are meant to be in your life, that are not going to stand against you, who are not going to, you know, make competition in your life or like take from you. They're going to stand with you. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you grow. And when you grow, we all grow, and we all have something to contribute here. Okay, it's not like one versus one, it's all for all. Okay, and we're helping each other and we're supporting each other. And that is there for you. And you are meant to. So if you feel like you're supposed to do this with other people, that's not wrong. It's just you having to figure out who those people are. Because we can't accept everyone in, because not everyone has the same heart as us. Not everyone has the same intentions as us. And so that is going to attract in people who have a negative tilt, okay, or who have a more darker shadow that they aren't willing to deal with, okay? They're not here for the real. They just either want to get ahead or they want some kind of attention. Whatever their intention is, it's not the same as yours. It's like you're on a true path. You're with true intention. And you will be connected with those. You are meant to connect with other people, right? To support each other and to help. We're all going to grow together. So that is the truth. And your heart is here to tell you, you can trust that. That is true about you and about your path. You just have to listen to who is the right people to help you along, to go with you, and who you must stand in your power and cut off. Okay? And that could be really hard for, especially compassionate people, because you're like, you want everyone to come along, you want to think the best, or, give them the benefit of the doubt. I totally get that. And I've been through this myself. Okay? And I'm sure I'll still continue to learn these lessons. But it's recognizing when someone is here to gain and when someone is here to just add to, and it's easy and it works and it's flowing. It doesn't feel like I have to fix what you're doing, or I have to I feel drained after we meet, or I feel like you're manipulating me or something, something's not right. So yeah, we have the 8 of Wands here. This is saying you're going to have really fast movement and progress once this is cut out of your life. Once you can move on from this, you're going to see this reminds me of like catching on like wildfire. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a message here. This is you. This is you with your talent, with your skill, with your ability. You have the ability to light up all of these wands, right? You have this much power, creative skill, ability, inspiration. Like, this is the amount of power. Like, look, she looks like a dragon, right? It's so much just power, creative energy. This is them. They might take a little bit from you, this old person, right? But they're sleeping. They're not awake like you. They're not focused like you. They just want to take what little they can so that they don't have to do the work, so that they don't truly have to do any of the inner growth or any of the actual important work that needs done, right? So they just take a little bit. That's not going to grow because they don't have the power that you have from within you. So whatever they have, done in your life or taken in your life, it's going to fade out. It's going to die out because they don't contain the fuel to keep the flame going, which you do. Okay? So yes, your heart wants to tell you that. All right. One last message for my pile 3s. Okay. Yes, I love that you got the Gamo rune. Are we going to take these as well? Yes, we are. Okay. This is beautiful because this talks about real, true, balanced, honest relationships. And I will read this out of the deck for you because I think it's important. And I'm sorry if, these get a little repetitive, but I think they just contain things that are important. The swan knows the gift of lasting love. Joining with their partner, they exchange a promise and a bond of fidelity, allegiance, and trust. Each lives in the harmonious cycle of giving and receiving while caring for, loving, and protecting the other. Okay, and this is the energy that you want to be in and that wants you, but we have to cut out the ones who are not aligned with that, okay, who are not giving and who are not, we're not receiving that reciprocal energy. Gabo is a beautiful and generous symbol of sacred exchange. To receive, you must also release. Yes, to receive those who are meant to be part of your path and truly join in with you, you must release those who are not. Okay? Gable encourages honoring your commitments and contracts and returning like for like. Union comes in many forms: love, friendship, family, and business. And it says keywords: gifts, partnership, sacrifice, fair exchange, honor. Let in those who are truly honorable for you, who are going to give you that fair exchange of energy, who are really here to help you. And we have to first, it is that sacrifice. We have to sacrifice the old, the what's not working, those who are, not living up to those, fair exchanges. Okay. Yes, we also have Othala and the Ingwas. So Othala talks about family, okay, talks about home and like inheritance, prosperity. So this is, and it's totally connected like with 10 of Pentacles, okay? It's having that stable home life, that stable finances where we can build that comfortable life for ourselves that we don't need for nothing. Like this is now something that works for us. We don't always have to be working and trudging so hard. This is something that's going to be very long lasting in our lives, okay? It's something that's going to help those around us. And you have the Ingwas representing your strength, representing your leadership skills and all of the passion, all of the fire that you hold, okay? This card also talks about, being in a time of maybe withholding energy or a time of preparation, that pretty soon, very soon, okay, you're gonna have this moment of great inspiration like we see with the Eight of Wands, where it's all systems go. So it's that conserving the energy for when the time is right for us to break out of the gates, and then we have all of this energy, all of this inspiration, all of this divine action, right? It's then turning into this is like our feminine, right? And then this is our masculine. It's using that masculine to take action. So it's having built up all of this. It's like conserving the energy. So, that's the hermit, right? It's that going within, learning, doing all of the inner work. And then very soon the wheel of fortune shifts, and then we come out of that time of introspection and we present ourselves, okay, we have this now divine action, this inspiration to put it out there, put ourselves out there, to start taking action in the physical and start, releasing our ideas or stepping into that role and, moving in the directions that we're inspired to take. Okay, so wow, what a message for you guys. What a beautiful message from your heart. that you are perfectly aligned, that you can trust your heart space, okay? It is aligned, it is balanced, it is coming from the right place, okay? And learning that, I think you're learning that discernment that, you know, it is okay that some people aren't meant to stay in our lives, okay? And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed reading Pile 3. I really loved it. And please shout out Pile 3 if this did resonate with you. And if it did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box, or you can book a quantum healing hypnosis session where we connect in with your spiritual guides and your higher self. And we are guided through visions and understandings as far as what you need to heal, understand, know about anything in your life at all, money blocks, inner child healing, trauma, this life or the past life. We can even go to the next life. It is truly endless and very profound. So if you'd like to know more information, you can book it. You could go to my website or you can email me. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading, Pile 3. All of my love. Peace.